that will keep him alive. Smart moves from S4. Will stop him from feeding first blood.
Trouble down here versus Bane and his Sven, so we should see Arteezy get some nice free farm, which EG really does need. We're talking about how important the lanes are. Having your Sven and your Wind Ranger off to a good start, absolutely the most important thing for them.
So will we see, do you imagine, Secret to move the support down bottom, or do they keep the tri-lane pressure on S4?
I think they'll probably move. I think we'll probably see them just rotating, either maybe go to the jungle to try to find the Enigma and slow him down. Right now they're doing like a side pull. We'll likely see them switch in a couple moments here. Depending on which lane, I'm not too sure just yet.
Well, top, another bit of an attempt onto S4. He is stuck here in the trees. Will be able to cut his way through. And now he's got that second level. But the anchor smash, hard for Secret really to have the damage early on, unless S4 gets caught out already low on HP. With that 3-man pressure onto S4, it is going to mean space will be there for the Enigma to pick up some action in the jungle.
Yep. And Zai, like we said, he's not gonna have much fun at all down bottom. Level 1, just running around getting runes and just looking for the Enigma bit here, maybe to just snipe an Eidolon, snipe some experience from like a camp that does end up dying. But Crit is doing the top side of the jungle as top. They're actually looking to make this aggressive move. They really want to kill S4 before they break this tri-lane. The Sun again off the mark.
The Absol. I mean, is this necessarily Absol missing them, or is this just S4 with smart movements?
Smart movements, for sure. I mean, the first one, he literally the stutter step back and forth, was able to dodge it. How are you asking me that? I was listening.
I was like, who are you going to flame? Are you going to flame or are you going to praise?
Nah, I mean, those are nice little side steps. And they definitely made him survive. He's now level 3, so you've got the 2 points in the Kraken Shell, which makes your survivability just so much easier. Now we're seeing Yapsar. He's got the boots, so he's running around looking for crit, trying to sap some of that experience, kill some Eidolons off, break some clarities in particular. Just make his life pretty miserable, and he's also going to block the hard camp as well, so...
Nice for a little, too low to hang around now. The damage really adding up. The mid lane matchup, 13 for 4, 12 for 4. Incredibly close between mid one and Samel.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep tabs on there. Even there's aggression happening on all the sides. As Zai will be first blood.
That's the setup they required. Arteezy, the one to draw it as well. Gold for the Sven as Arteezy already having an incredibly easy lane down bottom. 19 and 12, first blood. It's a dream start for him.
The mid-pango is always something that is going to be like a mid-one specialty, of course, but we've seen it, people like starting to like it more just because you have such good rune control. You know, I was able to just swashbuckle to get those so you can have mana to harass as S4.
This time they should have him. I don't think he may not even need to use the stun here as S4 just chased down with the creeps pushing in underneath the tower. Secret will finally get that kill that they've been after for the first 4 minutes of this game.
So I've been trying to look at this mid matchup. You see Sumail, he moves for the runes before they actually do spawn. This time he gets pretty lucky, of course, his spawns as he's moving toward top already, but gets himself a haste rune. Mid one will not be having his bottle filled up here. So the harassment from Sumail will definitely build up here. Mid one might have to bring himself some angles, clarities.
Oh, and down again on the bottom lane. They kill off Zai. Same time, Secret make the move up top on towards S4. Body blocks will be required, but S4's able to walk his way around. So if they can dive in any further, the Kraken Shell removing the curse means that S4 will survive. But this bottom lane, it's going so darn well for EG.
Full free farm for Arteezy. Not being slowed down whatsoever. And the Wraith King is not getting full free farm up top. It's not the same as this because they have a full tri-lane. They're trying to go for these kills constantly. Nisha is suffering a bit more in those last hits. Arteezy having a great start here for their team.
Yeah, not missing anything from that bottom lane, getting these kills, getting the pulls, making most out of the neutrals and the lane creeps.
Yep. We've got bounty runes showing up. Looks like mid one might want to claim hit one for himself since he didn't get that 4-minute rune. So it'll be 2 for 2 bounties. We see Yapsor, he constantly just runs into the jungle, slow crit down. You know what these Enigmas do. They're going to rush a Dominator. Probably usually around, if you get uncontested as an Enigma, you usually get around that like 5 to 6 minute mark. Since he's been getting chased around a little bit, crit is slowed down here. So that first catapult wave will not have the Dominator finish.
And mid-one going from that bounty rune to joining the forces to try for S4 once again. Swashbuckle actually going to miss. Yapsuk does land the stun, and with the Ray Fire Blast, they'll have a good shot at this, and they should get this. He's got the stick charges actually. S4 still alive. Finally, surely they'll find him, and they do. Mid-one will get the kill. There's so much focus from Secret being put onto this top lane, but it's leaving the mid lane and the bottom lane in very good places for EG. Samael, 32 and 11. He's getting very far ahead with the farm because of those movements away from middle by mid one. And of course, bottom, the story continues for Arteezy. The CS, it just doesn't stop.
Samael can set up for solo kills too. He's got the javelin delivered. He's level 6-2. Mid one is getting focus fired immediately. Has to back away.
Samael's going to try and dive for this. There is backup for mid one as mid one jumps down to the low round with the shield crash. Yapso as well, blocking it off with the spike cappers in case a power shot came through, but Samael holds on to it. Will try and run away. Yapso clips him with the stun. Mid one in with the swashbuckle. Do they have the damage? They don't. In fact, the focus fire is still going. Samael, he's just going to run back in. Oh, Samael gets the kill. As Midborn kind of plays himself there, trying to go back in, but underestimating the duration that Samael has that buff upon him. As Samael will finally fall against the three of them, but Samael will take that, being able to get that kill underneath three of the noses of Secret.
Just like a calculated play there coming in from Samael. Knows that with that wind run, can't get hit. They don't use their disables. He can go up and focus fire and finish off the last few hits. That javelin delivered as he was making that play. He was very confident with it. And 2K gold lead, that was the 3 versus 1 that he was able to make, force all those reactions. It does set Yapso off to have a good start now, though. That big gold injection that he does get for the kill does have 1,000 gold to his name, but EG has to be very happy about that.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing already why they let him get this win range as the last pick, EG. They knew to trust Samael in whatever he wanted to play, and so far it's looking pretty hot. Bottom lane, another attempt onto Zai. They've got the sleep set up. Fly continue to lay down the damage as Zai. Has he got any backup or help coming in? He has not, as EG will run him down. Another kill on this bottom lane for Arteezy. 52 CS at 7.5 minutes in it, and all these kills rolling in from him as well. 3-0-1. One of, if not the best spend start we've seen this entire major.
This is you couldn't have asked for better right now for EG. Sure, they've died a couple, 3 times or something, but S4 is level 6 already up top as this Tidehunter. They aggro tri-lane to try to slow him down. Crit now has the Dominator finished up as S4 is going to walk over and pass that, the pooled Ring of Regen that we see every time Enigma's played. Dominator finished up. This is the actual perfect start. Bottom tower is even claimed so early on. Arteezy level 6-2, off to a fantastic start. Pretty much Echo Saber finished.
I mean, this is the EG that we expect to see, especially after they get knocked down in the game 1 of a best of 3. This game 2 performance coming in, full power, 3K lead at 8 minutes in. Everybody finding the farm, finding the start. Zai's the one across the map that's slipping behind. A very slow beginning for the Ursa top. They'll try and look to roll in onto Crit with the Malefice, the Ravage. They'll slow down the attempts here on Midone. He's trying to get this Rolling Thunder off. Can they get the right clicks in to kill him off? They cannot, as he will be able to keep his distance. He's going to try and come back in. He wants to go for Crit. Does know that if he comes close enough, S4 will be sure to finish him off with an Anchor Smash. So Midone has to stay away and TP out. He cannot go back in for Crit.
That's a rotation from mid one. He's level 6 only on the Pangolier. He's trying to make space to give Yapso that mid lane. You see Yapso's sapping his as a Nyx assassin, but he doesn't get the kill. Now another swashbuckle off the mark.
It does. It misses. It's Crit's fine. They'll turn. Shackles on Samael. Power shot as well. He shoots on mid one. They can try for more. Samael runs down Poppy with the focus fire. As Poppy has no escape surely from this one. He cannot get away. Another kill for Samael. Back towards mid. Nisha being chased by Fly. Yapso is there to help him out. Fly will try and turn, but the sun set up from Yapso comes out. He will be able to pop the reincarnate. Samael's coming across. Shackle keeping Fly safe, holding Yapso and Nisha back. Fly, will he be able to keep the distance he can? They cannot chase him down. Fly gets out of there. As EG, of course, whilst this is all going on, that bottom lane, Sven, Arteezy continuing to farm away, way ahead of anybody else in the game. As that Echo Saber is done and dusted on top of the treads before the 10-minute mark.
And another 600 gold to boot. Literally everything going in EG's favor right now. As they also proc the Wraith King ulti too. So that's 3 minutes that Nisha has to be playing pretty careful. You can see the aggression that EG can do. And they have this early Javelin on Sumail and this early Echo Saber. These two are very powerful fighters here.
Secret have to be very careful, yeah, if they try and go for any of these cores. As EG, with the lead that they have, they'll turn and they'll fight back incredibly hard. This draft, this lineup, working so well and able to utilize this early advantage that they have. These early few items, making these heroes incredibly potent.
And you're feeling like Secret could have a bit of damage issues in the next few moments, especially versus such a farmed Sven. Even though he only has the 1 point in the Warcry, he's got 1600 HP and he's got his another Ogre Club coming out, or Ogre Axe coming soon. definitely going to be hard for them to stick and bring down the target. And Zai, 0-4-0 in this game because of that bottom lane. This Ursa, one of those heroes that you want to have a good start because you can just get that ball roll, you snowball really hard, you set up your Roshans for your team. This one, Zai's just getting his phase boots out.
See towards mid. Looking to maybe set something up here, quick.
10-minute mark. They've got more catapults coming into. The Dominator takes another one, and they're going for the siege and the wraparound. All 5 heroes.
Yeah, Secret have to be careful how close they get to EG.
To Sven, level 9 with almost 2,000 HP. That's so scary right now for Secret to try to fight into.
I mean, we saw, Secret, it was very clear that with their lanes, they did want to just prioritize keeping the pressure up top. They let that bottom lane sort of fall to pieces, leaving Zai on his own.
Yep.
Was that the play? That is the question. As so far, it really seems that EG, given that space down on the bottom half of the map, they're making so much happen with it.
Yeah, and I mean, even the Tidehunter, who was aggro tri-lane, that we were mentioning from S4, sure, 0 and 2, but level 8.
It's got strength, popped by Arteezy. We'll be a little careful though, as Yapsor TP's in. Has to be careful going in with any sort of cleave against the Spike Carapace.
They do not have the damage to kill Arteezy. They need to isolate him with like 4 heroes in order to bring down that Sven right now. But EG all in the area here. They're getting some deep vision down too, and they're playing around where they have just control of the map. They have both of the tier 1s down like at this 12-minute mark. It's very rare you see the mid and that safe lane tower taken out so early. Now Zai getting collapsed on. Got some trees with that quelling. We'll be able to survive for a bit longer and buy themselves time of farm. Now we do have, I believe, Nisha is about 20 seconds from having his reincarnate back up, and Nisha's still farming just fine. Sure, he's like 1,600 behind Arteezy, but he's getting close to that relic.
But he really is sort of the only core on Secret that is farming fine.
Yes.
All the others falling behind. As EG getting such a lead on both Samael and Arteezy. These 2 cores are able to do so much. As Secret forced into a position where they have to play safe. They cannot afford to be caught out by the killing potential of Samael and Arteezy's Wind Ranger and Sven.
Yeah, they have to try to fight like as 4, but they don't really want to fight into all of EG right now because they're on the back foot, but they want to fight around 4, let Nisha finish up this Radiance, and let him kind of be left alone so he can use his skeletons to push towers right now. Because if you look at their draft overall in Secret, they can take Roche with Ursa and Wraith King really easily, but taking buildings can be a lot more difficult. They don't have natural pushers like your Shadow Shaman this time around or anything like that. It's got to just be the Wraith King with those skeletons.
Up top, an attempt looking to be made onto S4.
They have the break from the Vendetta, so we'll be able to prevent that Kraken Shell for a few moments.
Yeah, if they can kill him quick enough. Amongst it, there we go. The stun's out, as well as the skeletons there we have. With the Swashbuckle and Shield Crash, they'll get him.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that Nyx has been just... Of course, Carapace is one of those amazing abilities, but just having that extra break potential just built in naturally into Vendetta allows you to just do great for heroes like Tidehunter. No Kraken Shell for you.
Samael, full Maelstrom now done.
Looks about the same time. I think Midwin's about to have his done too.
Secret, they're going to be quick to make a play after getting that kill onto S4. They smoke up.
Yeah, this is...
Going into the Roach pit here with the 2 of them. Zai and Nisha, they can do this very safely.
This is what the panel was talking about that like fast-paced draft. Sure, they're on the back foot because of the way the laning setups happen, but the nature of their heroes, I've said a lot, but their heroes just do this. They go to that Roach pit.
Are they going to be able to do it quick enough? It's down to half HP. Hellbear's match are being sent in. They're aware of this. Can they get in time? Zai trying to finish with the Roach. Arteezy's charging in. The Global is there to stop a stun. But the Bash is holding Zai down. Arteezy will be stunned by Nisha outside of it. Secret will get the Roach. They will pick the Aegis up on Zai. Zai will fall the once. Can they kill him a second time? No point. Rolling in with the rolling thunder on for 2 of them. Has to Swashbuckle out. They'll have to leave Zai behind. As EG unable to get there in time to take the Roche or the Aegis, but they do make sure that the Aegis is removed immediately from Zai.
Yeah, and EG still has all their ultis up. That was Secret using a global to try to protect that Roche. Fly going in a bit deep here, but the rest of the team is there to back him up.
But as you say, Fly, he can do this because Secret know that without those big ultimates, even though it sort of seems like just a Bane presenting himself in the front, they cannot afford to try and turn and go on him.
Yeah.
As any time that
Nisha.
the globals aren't there, they've got to be careful. And Nisha deep. He has got reincarnate. They'll kill him at once. Backups in as well. Zai and Yapsor. Handstone comes out. They'll surely kill Fly. Can they get more? Give him out the hubbies there for their 4. Back off the cliff. They make it look so easy. A Secret just walk into the Ravage Black Hole. Samael triple kill combo. As there's got to be smiles at the moment on EG's faces. That was the easiest team fight they've ever had.
It just walked right into them.
They just walked right into them.
They didn't have to really do anything big there. It just was a simple Ravage into
precious spells.
Yeah, we're going to see it again. It was beautiful.
Just press R, and they did. Here we go, Zai. Yeah, so coming in. I mean, they're never going to kill S4 quick enough. He's always going to be able to press that R key unless something's wrong with his keyboard. Crit wanting to join in the fun as well, and Samel picking up the glory.
But this is where now, Secret, you think about it, right? You're like, okay, Ravage, Black Hole used. Let's try to make some aggressive plays because they're not really around too much of those timings, but they still want to build time for Nisha. So he's going to be the one farming, but I think we're going to see mid one in particular go look for someone to fight for and just get themselves some more space on the map. But already, I just see Arteezy picking up a full BKB. This is a level 13 spend. Max Warcry as well, so that damage mitigation is going to be in for his team to try to protect him. And EG, they don't care. They don't need their open strengths right now. They're ready to fight.
I don't think you can't kill Arteezy. This lead that he's had, this item, he's an item ahead of everybody. He is pretty much invincible as top lane. They'll look towards Yapsor. Yapsor's gone. Another kill for EG is now with his 5k lead, 12-5 at 16 minutes in. They are certainly giving us a big turnaround after that game one. Secret just knocking EG about. This time, EG showing they can do exactly the same back the other way.
And they could win this game in just a few next moments' timings, right? We look, sure, Nisha's getting close to that Radiance, but Arteezy, because he itemized for this BKB, they're going for Mech as well, Enigma. They could just snowball down and take over this game and end it. Go for that high ground push. Secret, they don't really have great ways to de-push on their lineup either. They have an Arcane Curse and their Pango's Swashbuckle, but besides that, it is tough for them to actually clear the waves once EG is already set up. And we see this. Another tower getting brought down.
And nothing Secret can do really to slow it down. Tier 2's down at 17 minutes in. Puppey getting blocked off by the Eidolons. Artur walks in, stun. Puppey's gone. A Secret, they need something big to swing this one around.
Oh, they're just walk 5 men from tower to tower. Sure, we don't have Black Hole and Ravage, but we're still very strong as a 5-man.
They don't need him.
It's going to be back up right after this. Ravage is now ready. Black Hole about 50 more seconds, and there's no way. Like, Secret just can't take fights. Nisha does not have Radiance still. Reincarnate's still on cooldown, and this is definitely looking extremely problematic here for Secret as another item comes out for EG. Just fluid control. From lane to lane to lane. You see them now directly, went from top to mid, go clear out bottom, flush them out of their jungle, look for that final tier 2 on the outside.
Just textbook progression from EG after every single objective. They're playing so tightly, they're not letting any sort of cracks appear, nothing that Secret can really abuse to get back into the game because EG are playing with unstoppable force here in game 2.
Yeah, and they're all picking up these early game items, these semi-cheap items, so that they can just look to battle and look to just close out this game in the next few moments. They don't want Secret to just sit back and farm. You know, they probably can. It's just Arteezy, he committed for BKB. He's got the blink too. They can be very aggressive. They don't have to worry about taking any fights on EG. Sumail's also going for a very early BKB as well on the Wind Ranger. He's gone for an extra Javelin after that Maelstrom just to increase his damage with the Focus Fire, but after that, it looks like it is just going to be the safe route and just looking to close out those games with those early 10-second BKBs.
Yeah, definitely the way to do so. With the amount of stuns and silences out from Secret now, he can sort of commit with the Focus Fire Maelstrom and not worry about like a stray spike carapace holding him down. He can just lock down on a target and whoever he finds will die.
They've got the Radiance finished up. Secret, they're trying to look for some type of play here versus EG. Free Hero smoked up as Ice continues to push out that top lane, but they're still feel the weakness right now for Secret. If EG's grouped up, that fight's going to be pretty much impossible for them, and EG immediately does do that.
Secret, and they just need to make sure that they don't walk into the Tide and the Enigma like they did before. That would be a good start in trying to turn this one around.
It's going to be hard not to, though, as the wraparound comes.
He does. He just walks in. S4's going to find Puppey. There's no global available for the silencer. It falls. Infamous of all. Ravage out onto the 4 of them. That's Nixus as he dead as well. Midwood's rolling around. Will be able to cut down Crip, but there's 4 dead on Secret. They'll kill off Nisha once. They'll kill him off twice as he evaporates to the damage output of EG's lineup. 10k lead. 20 minutes in. Tier 2 on the bottom lane taken down.
This could be the GG push we were talking about. They still have the BKB on Arteezy. Sure, he used God's strength.
He's ready to go.
High ground. Definitely ready.
No need to stop.
They killed Chris pretty early in the fight, but he's okay with that. They got the perfect setup with that wraparound, and Arteezy just proving to be an absolute beast in this game on the Sven inside.
Tries to jump in, but the shackle's there for Sumail. He's shut down. Can they kill him in time? Sai won't be able to turn. They'll go to Arteezy, but the BKB's off. He's walks out. They've got the silence out, on to Fly, looking towards his Bane, but S4 tries to go for an anchor smash, holds it back, Spike Cappers will still block, S4's dead. The rest of EG still on the retreat, mid one, trying his best to chase, has a swashbuckle back up in a couple of seconds, could at least try and find Fly. If he hits it, there he has it. Maelstrom, lucky shot procs are there, and Fly will... Will he die? There's a shield crash, but as you say, he did his job, picks up a bounty rune on the way out. Fly doesn't mind. He'll take that.
Some breathing room, though, for Secret for sure there. But the buyback from Zai catching EG looked a little bit off guard as they were going toward that high ground. They actually just have to BKB on the Sven and get out of the fight immediately. And now they actually starting to pick up some items.
Yapsol. Just by Carapace the power shot. Look at the curse on to Sumail. He is very close to the shrine and they don't want to dive any further. BKB also now on its way out to Sumail's Wind Ranger. The Secret will push back, try for the tier 1 in the mid. Up on the high ground. Arteezy's leading forward, trying to chase down mid 1 and Yapsol. Stun does hold the two of them back. But they'll get away. Secret will now retreat as EG do regroup around the middle lane.
Still a very strong powerhouse of EG, as we saw how fast they took out Nisha, in particular in that last one. You see Nisha right after the fight buys a chainmail, just anything to give him a little bit more armor to deal with that straight physical damage that's coming out from Arteezy. But this is still such a weak ranking in this game right now versus how much EG has. And EG is not letting up. Like we said, they went for these early BKBs, so they just want to group up and go. Look to solidify that last map control. Look, take out a tier 3, maybe take out those shrines and then back up and look for a Roche. If EG's able to get a Roche versus the side of Secret, Secret's draft is the one that wants to play with Roshan, right? They're the ones with an they're the ones versus this heavy team fight of EG, but EG now, just with so much map control, they should be able to control the map until that does respawn.
As I just trying to find any space he can to catch up and farm. Bottom 4 net worth on his Ursa. It's been a very rough start for Zai as his lane was well and truly sacked, and you're seeing the repercussions of it. Top lane, Fiend Script setups there. Arteezy jumps in, and mid 1 out of the game. The highest farm at the moment for Secret's lineup. Bottom lane, Crit goes for the black hole. Zai did get the auto, so a lot of that damage reduction is there. Extra TP's coming in to make sure that they can kill the Ursa off. Zai has blinked back up though. Crit's unable to cancel it, and Zai will be able to escape. So at least there, black hole down for nothing.
Clicking on people with TPs right now. He probably was calling for a TP for somebody other than the Tidehunter, because I clicked on Sumail, his was actually on cooldown, and Arteezy had already used his top, so he was probably calling for a TP, but they just didn't have it available, and Zai with a clutch little quick look out. So now they don't have to worry about a black hole, at least.
Still a whole lot more that they have to worry for, though.
Absolutely.
With this huge lead that EG still have. Secret, they'll go for the smoke up, trying to fight. But they know that the Enigma doesn't have that whole potential. Global silence being used here. Zai will be saved. At the same time, Secret are trying to make a jump towards S4. S4 juking them for now, though. They get the curse slow, but still, this Tide should be able to walk off. So, as much as the black hole was used for nothing, in turn, the global, it does save Zai, but it doesn't allow Secret to make any sort of plays.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no way they can really set up for the Tidehunter kill unless it's the Nyx Assassin who gets that initial hit to go for that break. So as soon as anybody else reveals, you know that S4 is safe. EG just, you can see there the way that they're controlling the map. Just keep the mid lane pushed in, keep that top lane pushed in. One, it probably will naturally push out for Secret because one of their heroes will not be able to make their way out there. But EG just keeping control of the game, keeping control of that map. Level 18 on Arteezy, got strength available. They're smoked up.
Crit's got the Greaves done on his Enigma too, so if the global comes early, he will be able to play out against it. Nisha down bottom. They found him. Very much isolated. Only Puppy in the neighborhood, and there's only so much that a silencer can do to help him out. As Nisha killed off the once, they're going to have to leave him to die a second time. As Secret show no interest in being able to come over and help him out, as Nisha will be run down. He's trying his best to juke away from this, but they've got vision upon him. The stun's out from Arteezy to smash down the Wraith King as Nisha falls. Top lane, Secret looking for Sumail. Thunder into the trees. They do get the bounce off into the stun from Yapsol. As Sumail, he'll get found out alone. A nice kill for mid 1.
Looks like Sumail went for an aggressive play there because his BKB is still on cooldown, so must have gone for some type of aggressive play to look for somebody else there. That's some breathing room for Secret, even though Nisha's dead.
EG still trying to poke around at this a bit. S4 is playing around with them as Fly's been picked off. Maybe they could collapse back into the river for S4. There's still just the 3 members of EG. S4 is still charging at Secret's lineup. He's looking towards Yapsol.
They're starting to get, I mean, the gold accumulation for Secret's starting to get there.
It back round.
It was 10k for EG. Now it's all the way down to that 5k gold mark as they claim all 4 bounty runes there. Getting themselves that big kill in that Wind Ranger really paying off, and they're still sticking around toward top for S4, it looks like. They have the Nyx Assassin invisible with that Vendetta.
Arteezy. He's going to try for Puppy. So run him down, Gush to slow him off. Yapzor cannot for a stun. S4 slides in, but the Yules from Yapzor as well, holding back the tide. Doesn't matter. Arteezy into the trees. Will hunt down the silencer, claim the kill, and put him pretty much to the gold required for the full AC. 100 gold to go. This creep wave will do it. So a Sob Karas ready and out at 25 minutes in. Arteezy's game continuing to be golden.
Yeah. I still don't want to be giving up any of those type of free kills, especially with Sumail. This is a hero, it's Wind Ranger. We don't see this hero too much for a reason, like I was mentioning. You can fall off very hard, especially because of like itemization too. He went for the early BKB too to try to protect himself. Has to be careful on this Wind Ranger. He's versus natural counter. He's versus that Nyx Assassin. Always can be a bit difficult to play versus. That's why he went for that BKB. But now you see Secret, they're starting to accumulate a little bit of room for themselves here, even though EG now, with that Aegis, with that cheese, should have a good window for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. This has got to be the time to go up to the high ground.
Yeah, find a catch.
They are ready to push in. All ults at the ready. Secret, of course, there themselves as well. They do have responses. Global silence available. But this Sven just so huge that RTZ can present himself up on the high ground. The split push does come out from Secret as they will try and force some sort of a reaction. Nisha onto the tier 2 down bottom with the skeleton army. We'll see how the reaction comes out from EG. And the reaction is just to try and push even harder than Secret are able to down bottom. And with the AC, they can certainly do that. Yeah. Fortification comes out. Arteezy just pushes on. The tier 3 tower gets absolutely destroyed by the physical damage of this Sven. So onto the barracks as well. The global silence coming out early. They're going to try and look to jump towards S4. Kraken Shell will remove the silence. Mid-one's in with the Rolling Thunder. Onto Arteezy. They're trying to take this fight. Secret. They will get onto the Sven. Silence is there as well. The hold from Fly. Holding the Pango down. They can turn towards Mid-one. Follow-up stuns in air. Mid-one's in trouble. Mid-one's dead without buyback as EG kill the Pango. Take the top set of racks.
They couldn't get to the backlines. In the meantime, though, the skeletons are taking down that bottom tower at the same time.
Zai, he's tried to jump in for this, but the focus fire is out of him. Zai's running away. Gush is there from S4. Zai's dead as well. Dead for 70. Not buyback available on this Ursa. EG, Arteezy diving in. Puppey caught out by the stun. Spike Carapace will stop Puppey from going down as they hold Arteezy back by the towers. But at EG, they can just look back towards mid. There's still this window where there's only 3 up on Secret. Yapzor burning the mana of Artur. Shackle shot clips onto the Wraith King. They'll move back in onto Nisha. F on top with the Gush. The anchor smash. Nisha dead once. Can they do it a second time? Puppey and Yapzor trying to keep the space there for Nisha to stay fine. And they will do so. EG back off very low on the mana. These constant mana burns from Yapzor adding up on these straight-based cores, but they're pushing in.
Nisha knows how squishy he is. He's only got 9 armor. Throw that AC on. He's down so little. Medallion with the Gush too.
The Ravage walk in onto the 2 of them. They do get the shackle as well. Somehow focusing here with the fight. There's no reincarnate available for Nisha for 90 seconds. Somehow gets the kill. Takes out the Wraith King. Nisha does have buyback. Curses there onto Fly. Mid-one still has the rolling thunder. Doesn't need it. As Fly will get taken down. Buyback comes out from Fly. Arteezy back in. Back all out as well. 2 more dead on Secret. EG now to take the mid set of racks. It's a 13k lead. 2 racks advantage for EG. Can they do anything with the buyback? Secret. They jump on onto Artur. The ult's out from Zai. Arteezy pretty low, but not low enough. Nisha across the blade level. Dies immediately. The damage too much. GG is called. EG take game 2 and draw this series to a game 3. We said it, folks. After game 1, you can expect you to come back with so much fire, so much aggression and performance, and boy, they did. This game 2, EG back on top.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they got the lanes.